Just for clarification, we are not professionals and we do not have your best interest at heart. Enjoy. Hey, welcome to the Underrated as Fuck podcast with your hosts, Bliss and Mighty Zay.
Yeah. You know what it is. It's Mighty Zay.
Bringing you some of the hottest takes to some of the most hottest topics.
You ain't lying.
Bringing you entertainment news, giving you our opinions. Not like you should give a fuck. Let's talk about it.
So let's dive right in.
So I'm going to start off the podcast with something kind of crazy. All right, so check it out. So imagine you own a Tesla.
Right.
And you live in California. You got a wife and 2 kids. Dream scenario.
Living life.
And then a day comes up, you ain't feeling it. You decide to kill you and your whole family and drive off a 250-foot cliff.
Damn. I mean, that just seems like problems I don't really necessarily have, but...
So this guy is getting accused of intentionally driving off a cliff with his wife and 2 children and faces attempted murder.
That makes sense, though. I mean, at the end of the day, like, they didn't want to be a part of that. You know what I mean?
These
Did
kids,
the guy survive? Who
yeah,
died?
everybody survived.
No way, dude.
He's a 41-year-old California man, and he's facing 3 accounts of attempted murder.
What do you think that they, like, put, like, information in the police hands talking about, like, yo, we were trying to, like, say no, but he was driving.
Yeah, I don't know. But what do you think is going through this guy's mind? What would lead somebody to want to drive off of a cliff? You got everything going for you. Like, I don't know.
Maybe to him, like, money's everything, and he lost all of his money, like, on a bet or something. Like, that's wild to try to take you and your family out, not just you.
Right. Yeah, losing money is a big deal, huh? Some people lose their minds out here.
Oh, my God.
I've been without for a long time, and I've been with. So, like, I can survive in both scenarios.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't relate to this guy. Throw his ass in jail. Man, that sucks for the kids. Like, they have to grow up knowing, like, dude, I really think he thought they were all gonna get killed, and now he has to live a life.
That's why he had to like drive off that cliff for that thought.
Now he has to live a life with his kids, knowing that his dad tried to kill all 4 of them. Like, what do you do as a kid?
You just gotta move on.
Okay, what would you do if your dad
suppression
did something like that? Like, just how would you give me your perspective?
I don't even think I would know how to think about that. You know what I mean? It'd be more of like an empty thought.
Right. Like, would you be in communication with your dad after that, or, like, you know what I'm saying?
Now that's a good question. And if, like, let's just say if I were to grow up knowing that, like, my dad was, like, trying to kill me as a kid, then no, I would cut that off. Because, like, why would you be able to have that privilege of being able to communicate with me? You know what I mean?
Right.
But let's just say if he drove off the cliff talking about, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still, there's nothing good about that whole, like, scenario.
Right, because I'm sure he's going to prison. I don't know what attempted murder charge holds, but I mean, he's going to jail for 3 counts of it.
Yeah.
I can only imagine it's gonna be like 10 or more years. So, like, do you go to the prison and do you visit this guy? You know what I mean?
No.
Like, what if he's sending you letters? Are you reading them?
No.
So it's just like completely cut it off.
Yeah, that's a way for me to move on. Like, I can't, like, have you in my life at all because you try to take mine.
Right, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I just realized this whole episode is gonna be like a lot about people getting hurt and people dying.
Sometimes people get hurt, and sometimes people learn from getting hurt.
2023, we're coming in with some topics. People getting hurt, people dying. That's really the big news, and it's like people that we know. So, like, check this out. Jeremy Renner, aka Hawkeye,
Oh no.
I guess he's been in the ICU because he got run over by a snowplower.
Wasn't he, like, trying to save some kid or some shit?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I think there was.
What do you know about it? I'm gonna dig into the reading.
Honestly, I mean, I just know that he got hit by a snowplower. Snowplow.
Yeah, well, because he lives in what, Idaho?
I just know he's a part of the Avengers. That's all I know about him.
Anyway, I guess it was
That's it.
really he's like in Vegas or something or Nevada or something.
Yeah.
But I guess he was snow plowing around his farm because it was like blizzard over there.
Wait, so he ran himself over?
Yeah.
That's not very Hawkeye.
So, let me see. Right here, he's in the ICU, like getting pampered in there.
Right.
They're take care of him.
But they having a ball too. I never
I
seen
guess
nurses
he's had
that
his
hard.
first shower in a week.
That's probably why they all happy.
The Marvel star was clearing snow from a private driveway to help family members leave his house after gathering for the holidays. When the accident occurred, so that's when the accident occurred, and then
Right.
it says Renner
he was
was completely crushed by a snowcat vehicle in the incident. And he's had 2 surgeries. This guy's a survivor. Is a snowplow the big trucks with the big old like
with the big old wheels?
scoop, the metal scoop on it that scoops up? You know what I'm saying? They like drive them,
Yeah,
and
they're
then
like how
all
we
the
were driving,
snow is
and,
being like pushed to the side.
Drywall, yeah.
Damn. Homie survived a snowcat. That's
yeah,
crazy.
but like did like one wheel roll like one leg over, or like you know what I mean?
They haven't given like specific details, but
Was
like
completely crushed.
how do you get that fool must have left the truck in idle? You know what I'm saying? It hopped out, and I don't know
He
what.
said, I don't know.
Don't
Like,
get out of the snowplower while it's
Don't operate
running.
any vehicle and just like leave it, assuming everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah. How we feel about him as an actor?
I mean, he cool.
He's
Yeah,
cool.
I think
alright.
I think he's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Playing the Hawkeye, whatever, you know. What else did he play? Because there's something else that's on the back of my mind that I can't really put my.
Wasn't he in that movie SWAT a long time ago?
Oh, a long time ago, yeah, he was a douchebag. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time, by the way. That SWAT
What?
movie. Old movie, but goodie.
I wonder why you just remember that I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can remember this guy. And like at the very end, remember when they're like putting knives in each other's like hands and shit? You remember?
Hell no.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, Jeremy Renner makes a full recovery. We don't want nobody getting killed. It's the beginning of the year. Come on,
Right.
2023. Let's.
We gotta come in this like positively though.
I want
He
to come
survived.
into it
He survived.
positively, but
He never survived nothing like that before, so now he's an official Avenger.
right. So we got to talk about it. Damar Hamlin.
Man.
Did you see the game live when it happened, or did you see a clip afterwards?
No, I seen a clip afterwards. I wasn't live.
It's so crazy because I seen a clip you sent to me. I think you sent me the clip,
And he just
and
gets
I played the video, right? And I just seen somebody get tackled, and I got out of the video because I was like, wait, no, this isn't it. Because you said, I heard that he was just walking, or he stood up,
Yeah.
and he passed out. So I didn't see that initially, so I fucking got out of it.
Oh, so you didn't watch
So
it until how long?
I hadn't even seen it, and then all of a sudden,
It blew up.
I'm seeing these like headlines about this guy having like going into cardiac arrest in the middle of a game.
Wow, bro.
And I've never seen nothing like that in my life. I've seen people get knocked out. I've seen people break their legs, arms.
Put into a straight cardiac
you've seen
arrest.
all this stuff, but at the end of the day, they come back to consciousness, right? Or they get taken off in a stretcher, and they'll give you the thumbs up. Oh, I'm good to go, right? We've never seen somebody not come back to consciousness on the field.
And they also canceled the game, which I'm glad they did. They canceled the whole game.
Yo, you know what I heard about them canceling the game? They said that the NFL, I don't know who exactly, they wanted to continue the game, but it was the players and the coaches that refused to play.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So real
Unity.
quick, what do you think about that real quick? Was that, because the NFL is getting a lot of backlash.
They should.
From what's going on right now. There's been a lot of players getting injured. What do you think about them, like, wanting the players to warm up, because that's what I read. They wanted the players to start warming up for the game.
Oh, so wait, they have their like 15, 30-minute warm-ups like before each game.
Yeah, but their intention apparently was to restart the game once, not restart it, but to continue it once Hamlin had gotten taken off the field in the ambulance.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't have. As a player, if I was there in that atmosphere watching what I seen, yeah, there's no way I'd be playing.
Right.
You got to take a knee for your brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, that's what the NFL keeps saying. They're not going to come out and say, oh, yeah, we wanted to start it. But I just seen there was some news article saying that they were telling some of the people to start warming up. To, like, get ready.
Yeah,
you know,
get ready for the game to warm up.
To get ready for the game to continue.
Nah, I would have been like, nah, fuck you guys. Like, that's fucked up.
Long story short, the game ends. All of Buffalo goes straight back to New York. They didn't even stay in Cincinnati for a potential rematch.
Right? You really think they all flew home? I highly doubt that, knowing that their friend is like... You know,
well, they said that most of the team flew home, but there was like a group really, really close to him.
I heard the one that hit him... having a blank on his name right now. The one that hit him, he stayed in the hospital with him the entire time.
The Bengal?
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. Was cool.
Yeah, he stayed with him the entire time.
I seen Stephon Diggs. I guess he was, after the game, he didn't go back to Buffalo. He went to the hospital. And they were showing him, like, walk.
Oh, did they say that they tried to arrest him because they didn't know who he was or some dumb shit like that, too?
Yeah, I did see something that said that. He ended up getting in, though.
Yeah, no, yeah. But at first, they tried to, like, initially arrest him because they didn't know who he was.
Yeah, they weren't allowing anyone to get into the hospital at that point.
Like, arrest? Like, damn, that's aggressive.
Right, so as far as the update, this cool little tidbit came out. So I guess he's not like vocally responsive.
Yeah,
but I guess they gave him like a pen and a paper, and basically he responded asking a question saying who won the game.
I'm dead.
I guess that was one of the first things that he said once he was able to communicate. And did you hear what the doctors told him?
No.
So the doctors told him, you won. And I quote, they said, you won the game of life.
Oh, that's cool. No, that's cool.
So
that'd have been really cool. And he's a very positive, like, outgoing person, too. Like,
yeah, I seen a video clip of him, like, last week. And he was talking it was, like, eerie watching it while he was unconscious, because he was talking about, like, oh, any day could be your last day. You got to live up to your fullest.
You got to live life. Like, it's just cool.
Right. So, you know any more about him as a player?
Not too much, to be completely honest. But, you know, as soon as anybody goes through any injury, I'm never wishing, you know, more injury upon them. But
right. And what do you... We're not doctors, but what do you think about him coming back to the NFL?
I mean, I feel like if he feels like he can return, let him return for a while. You know, I wouldn't just throw him into, you know, another game, because you know what I mean. Yeah, I would definitely have him in the practice squad, and
if he was cleared, like health wise, to come back, for me as a coach, I'd be like, yeah, you probably need to give me like 4 or 5 weeks of like showing that you know you're okay. Right. That's crazy. I just wanted to dig into. It's not. I guess nothing's official yet, but. So, basically, he gets this tackle, right? Do you know the name of the other player? The Bengal player?
No, dude.
So, anyway, the Bengals have the ball. This Bengals guy is running with it, and Damar Hamlin basically runs at him to get the tackle, and the Bengals guy pretty much just hits him, like, right in the chest.
Yeah, right. His shoulder. Initially, they thought it was a targeting call from his helmet, but
right. So anyway, he makes contact with his chest, and if you put it in slow mo, you could see like Damar Hamlin's arms kind of come up a little bit, and then like one of his legs come up. So he got that impact straight on his chest, and so apparently, you can go into cardiac arrest if you're hit right on the chest near the heart at an exact time. So it basically basically there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess there's 5 like heartbeats in a cycle.
Right.
I'm not a doctor. I'm just trying to explain this shit. So basically it goes boom, 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 boom. So if you get hit within this perfect millisecond of that last little boom, I guess it'll like flutter your heart or something like that, and you'll just go straight into cardiac arrest. And the reason why he passed out when he stood up is because I guess it takes about 6 seconds for no circulation of your blood to basically make you unconscious. So there's a little science for you.
Yeah, the guy's name was Quentin Morris. He was number 85 on the Buffalo Bills.
Quentin Morris,
Cincinnati Bengals.
You're a freight train, my G. You put this guy into cardiac arrest.
That's imagine being a parent and then like watching that, like, you know.
Well, Damar Hamlin's mom was at that game.
Yeah.
And I guess she ended up going into the ambulance with him when they went to the hospital.
For sure. Yeah, there's no way I wouldn't.
As a parent, let's say you're in that situation as a parent, how are you feeling? You know what I'm saying? What's your initial reaction?
You have that initial reaction of being like, okay, is my kid okay? Boom. If to find out the kid's okay, fine, dope, awesome. But I feel like your next thought would be like, do I want my kid in that situation again?
Do you support him coming back to the NFL as a parent? Like if this was just a fluke accident, a fluke hit, he just happened to get put into cardiac arrest because
my whole thought process behind that would be like, oh yeah, it was a fluke that it happened, but the fact is that it did happen, and then now it could happen to him more easy because you know he's more at risk.
So check this out. How do you feel? Let's just say you're one of his teammates or you're somebody in the NFL as a player, right? How do you feel continuing in the NFL now, knowing that if you get hit in the chest at a certain millisecond, you're going to get put into cardiac arrest?
Well, you know, I'm hard-headed. So if that was me in that position, like, I'm playing again. I'm just making sure nobody touches that chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You think there's going to be rules put into place after this season about getting people hit in the chest so hard, or?
The only thing that would have to be updated is maybe medical staff and how fast or how much more faster could they respond to certain situations. Because he fell on the floor and then he needed to be flagged down by another player to the official talking about, yo, come see him right now, come see him.
Right. Well, apparently the medical staff on location was actually praised because they realized what was going on and they resuscitated him. It took a second, but they did bring him back. Like
they said for 6 minutes he was unresponsive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
6 minutes, bro.
A cool fact that I heard about somebody going into cardiac arrest, I guess every minute that passes while your heart is stopped, that it decreases 10% of your chances of coming back to life every minute.
Well, yeah, that would make sense though.
So yeah, if he really was unresponsive for 6 minutes, he had just to think about it, it's crazy. He had a 40% chance of actually coming back.
Here he is.
So yeah, that's crazy.
Like, do you even think like let's just step out of like outside because of how positive a person he is. Do you even think that he would even go back to the NFL, or do you think that he would start his own thing, like realizing the NFL was just to get him in this one position and now he's going to separate himself from the NFL and do his own thing?
Right. I mean, I'm not him. I can't make a specific answer, but I can give him 2 options. So option number one, he sees how he got to where he got to in his life, and he continues to do that. Because, I mean, him being in that position that he's in, you know, is giving him the power or the money or whatever to help others. Right. So he may continue down that road knowing that it's giving him that, you know, upper hand to help out. Or I've seen a lot of people donating to his children's charity thing.
I think he only had like 13,000 and now he's got over like
he had like a little bit. You're gonna be surprised. He had a little bit. The last time they made a news article about it that I seen, there was over $4.4 million in that charity.
That's really cool.
So I don't know how charities work. I don't know.
It's kind of shitty though. At the same time, if you really think about it.
Why?
Because they're only donating to his donation because he only got hurt. Like, imagine if he saw a real cause to that donation though, and then it took for him to get hurt to get
it. That's how it seems to be though. It seems like when somebody dies or when somebody gets seriously
it's just all
injured,
eyes on you. You know, if you're Hot Topic.
Yeah, in the negative way. Talking about it in the negative way, people only notice you when you're not here no more. You know what I mean? And he could have been not here no more, and now everybody wants to donate. Like that. I mean, it's a negative, but in a way,
there is positives and negatives. You know what I mean? So
I mean, for the positive, it's just like he's alive, and now he's got all that money in the charity. So
that's really cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's like some positives in the negative.
So I guess the second option for him would be he does retire, right, for medical reasons or whatever, and I mean he's known now. He's everybody knows that guy's name now. So I mean I guess he can make a career out of that now. He could do the charities that he's doing and work for the charity. He could go work for some ESPN as a, you know what I mean?
Anything.
He's just got that name now that people are gonna remember. So yeah, Damar Hamlin, make a full recovery. If you do come back to sports, I'm definitely gonna be watching. I know who you are now.
Shit.
Let's get into a different sport. So the MMA, right? Is that Dana White's thing?
That's Dana White's thing.
So what do you think?
UFC is Dana White's thing. MMA is everybody's thing.
So you're more familiar with the fighting community and all that stuff?
Right.
What do you think about Dana White, owner or CEO of UFC, right?
Right.
So he got in a fight with his wife on New Year's Eve at a nightclub, and I'm sure everybody's seen the video. He slapped her. You know what I'm saying? How are we feeling about that? Did you know about this?
Yeah, I knew about it. Yeah, you know how I feel about like people hitting women, man. Like that's just not cool for me under any circumstance. Damn near. Yeah, I mean he's issuing an excuse, a video. You know what I mean?
Did you watch that?
No, I didn't watch that.
He had to.
You have to. You can't just not.
He put a video out just basically taking responsibility, saying that there's no excuse for what he did. You know, whatever, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. I cannot see myself disrespecting my woman and putting hands on her like that in public of all places, where you're supposed to like be at your highest focus attention on as a celebrity on your reputation.
Image. Yeah.
I cannot see myself.
Yeah, even read what he said right here. Like,
he said, "You've heard me say it for years. There's never ever an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman." And
now here I am on TMZ talking about it.
Man, I'll be honest with you, bro. If this happened to a Mexican or a black guy, they would lose everything and they would cancel him. So I'm sorry, Dana White.
I'm not gonna lie, it like low key kind of sort of happened with Davis, the boxer.
Who's that?
Davis, Gervonta Davis. He kind of snatched up his girl and like kind of like dragged her outside. Nothing like crazy,
just
crazy.
A boxer, or like
he's like the boxer for like his weight division, and he's the champion and everything.
Are you just referring back to it, or did this happen recently?
No, this just happened like maybe like a week or two ago, maybe a week ago.
And is he a Mexican, black? Is he white or what?
I think he's like black and Mexican.
And are they like canceling him or what? Is he like done for?
No, he released a statement because he didn't really like put his hands on his girl like that. Like, you know what I mean? It was just more of like picked her up, kind of like carried her outside type thing.
Right. Man, I don't know. Dana White needs to get fined.
Right.
A lot of money. Because everybody needs to.
He's got it. And the fighters ain't getting enough.
They need to face their consequences. I don't care if he owns the UFC. This guy needs to do something, or something needs to get taken away from him. They need a new president up in there. He needs to step down.
don't know what would happen. Like, I don't, like, honestly, like
Nothing's
obviously
gonna
a video is clearly not enough, and just donating to charity is clearly not enough. Like,
it's the sadder part of this is that if he's willing to do that in public, imagine what he's doing in private. And like, you want to have sympathy for the guy stereotypically because he's a white guy.
I don't have sympathy for him.
I don't know why I can see that people treat him different than they do a colored person or a Mexican guy. I just feel like, oh, he was just not feeling good that night and he must have been drunk or something. There's always a reason, right?
They're always creating
but
an
for
excuse
like
for it.
for a black dude or a Mexican dude, there doesn't have to be a reason. We're just like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I
he's
just
finally
feel
showing
like
their true self. Like,
yeah. If you're the wife, go ahead and protect them. You know what I'm saying? Because we know you could do an assault charge on them. You know, I'm not even gonna step into this. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a guy sitting here doing a podcast. You know what I'm at? I'm not a professional.
so at the end of the day, you feel like he needs to step down.
Even if he was someone else, they probably would make him step down or something. But I don't even agree with that. That's a little bit too harsh for anybody. You know what I mean? I just feel like this white lady, his wife, is she white? Man, I'm getting into the color.
Wait, hold on. Check this out, bro. You know what I honestly feel like needs to come out of this?
What?
I feel like he needs to lose more money. So you were right about him needing to pay more money, but now I feel like the people that he needs to be losing more money to is the fighters. The fighters are not being paid, you know, at a pretty like handsome rate compared to what he's getting paid. I mean, I get it, he's a promoter, he's the one that puts everything together, but the fighters are the people that put the show on for him.
Yeah, they put their lives on the line every fight.
They're getting pennies. They need to work a job and fight. And they work professionally.
Yeah.
Name me another sport where you work professionally and you still have to have another job to support what the fuck going on.
Yeah, and you're seeing it from like a real personal point of view. But like, I feel like this guy sees them as performers.
I mean, that's cool and all, but pay them their due.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? If they're performers, if they're performing and getting you your bread, pay them.
Mm-hmm.
We have way too many fighters coming out talking about, no, we don't get paid enough. Why?
Mm-hmm.
They put their bodies on the line every year, almost every day of the year.
Every Saturday, right? Or what are you talking about?
I'm talking
practice?
about this. Yeah, they have to
and
train.
oh.
They have to train every day. You can't just not train. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've been in a regular just training seminar, like, you know what I mean, just a little practice, and I fucked up my toe. I broke my toe. That shit had me out for a little minute. Like, that shit irritated me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, I honestly think that all these fighters do need to be getting paid more.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's hard to pay every fighter, but at the end of the day, like, if you're making that much money and if you're that well off, I mean, he's got a whole a gambling, like,
right.
You
know whose opinion really matters in this scenario? The wife.
The wife.
And if she's willing to enable him to do that, if she's gonna give him no consequence, then that's on them.
Damn, that sucks.
That's on them. Hopefully she's not in a position with him, you know, being threatened that if she does do anything, you know, then she'll get hurt or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess everybody's like that, right? You don't ever want issues to expand or to grow. You kind of want to have issues be dealt with personally.
Quick too.
Right.
So they're willing to do whatever it takes to like get rid of the
So
issue.
Dana White, you should see this as a slap on the wrist. If nothing comes of this, you are the luckiest guy of all time. Like, that, your reputation matters. And I mean, luckily you didn't punch her or something. That would have been something else. Imagine he just wailed on her. Like,
dog. Yeah, you got to step down. You got to leave the company. You got to relinquish all your assets. Like, what are you doing, my dude?
Come on, my guy. Is money the root of all happiness?
It's the root of evil too. Mm-hmm. Roots are roots. Mm. Whatever has them is either going to be good or bad.
Right. Man, so there's just more bad news coming, man. After this next story, we're gonna get a little positive on our own and talk about some good stuff. Okay,
You know I love good stuff.
Let's get over this last little tidbit, and then we're gonna hop into some positivity. Is that bad?
Negativity, positivity. Gotta have a little bit of both. No.
All right, so Ken Block, legend rally car racer, unfortunately lost his life in a snowmobile accident. Tell me real quick, what do you know about Ken Block?
I actually didn't know how he died, so seeing it here for the first time is like, oh wow.
Right, so I guess he was in the snow riding snowmobiles. I guess he was going up a steep incline, ended up falling backwards, and the snowmobile hit him right in the chest. I don't know how much they weigh. I could only imagine it's like a quad kind of, like a big engine.
Right, it's not something you could just pick up.
And dude, whenever I see one, they're always sharp on the front.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like.
So he got Green Goblin.
I think he kind of died like Damar Hamlin might, like the same situation.
Yeah.
I think he might have got hit in the chest, traumatic, stopped his heart. Yeah, man, but Ken Block, have you seen the videos that I showed you of him drifting around the cities and stuff?
Yeah.
So that, I guess that's his like Gymkhana, like hooligan thing.
Yeah.
It's his whole brand. Like, he's super connected with Monster Drink, Ford, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's the best. And a lot of people see him as the best in the world. And for him to pass away first day of 2023, it's kind of like a punch to the gut.
Feel that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, is this...
It's kind of like watching Tony Hawk die or something. Like,
yeah. Is this the tone setter for 2023? Like...
No.
What's to expect for this year, you know?
We got to get shit done this year. Sorry. I mean, other people just can't make it as far as we're making it. So, I mean...
Right.
Ain't that shit is not set in my year.
So what do you think about that Mustang he was driving? You remember that Mustang?
That was badass. Yeah. Super badass.
I don't know a lot about that Mustang, but I think it had like a V12 in it. I don't know, but that Mustang is hard. Rest in peace, Ken Block.
We're gonna go drive our Mustangs
Yeah, we're gonna go drive our Mustangs in remembrance of the best rally car driver in the world. All right, let's get into some positivity real quick.
You know, I love positivity, baby.
Positivity. Anything positive going on in your life right now? First 5 days of 2023, anything going on?
I'm in the pursuit of getting a new job. So this new job will actually pay me about a fifth more. And it'll just open up a whole lot of more opportunities. So if that goes through, that'll be freaking dope. Which it will.
So the positivity is actually just kind of like the hopes that you get.
Yeah, it's the
you haven't really gotten
it
it yet.
Yeah.
Right. Yo, here's some positivity.
It's the pursuit of it.
I went into my pay stub to see what I'm getting paid tomorrow, and I guess I got like another $1 raise.
Hey.
Random. I think it was the New Year or something.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I expected to see, a certain number, and it was a little bit more, and I was like, all right.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. 80 hours a week. If it's $1, that's another $80.
Hell yeah, dude.
Or no, 80 hours every 2 weeks, not including overtimes. Another $100 almost. Not bad.
That's pretty cool. Give me $100 extra. You know what I do with it.
Positivity wise, Mighty got a new windshield.
I did get a new windshield. It got replaced today. That was pretty dope. That was pretty cool.
Congratulations on the new windshield going into 2023.
I can see clearly now.
Not blind.
Not blind.
Homie had a crack from one corner up to the middle, down to the bottom corner.
That was like not cool. That was not cool.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by Corona, by the way, or Mustang.
But if y'all want to, y'all know where to come to.
Yeah. So updates with Bliss real quick, just to top the show off. So oh my gosh, I got a lot of content coming. We're not going to get into specifics about anything, but you guys are about to see more of Bliss than you might even want to see.
No, y'all want to see it.
But it's going to be content. It's going to be great.
Hell yeah.
quality content, and I'm happy to bring it. I haven't brung it like this before, but we're bringing it into 2023. We're bringing it. I got like just multiple tiers of things that I'm gonna be pressing content for, and if this podcast is any like example of that, then so what do you got like coming up? Any like updates?
I got a fight coming up on the 20th, baby. Yeah. Other than that, just training for it.
You doing all right though? I know you were like a little bit sick during Christmas holidays.
So yeah, I got a quick little flu bug. That shit got me down for about
little flu bug.
Yeah, a little flu bug. It got me down for about what was it, like 4 or 5 days?
It was it kind of stretched a little bit. It was like a week and a half.
That was not cool, man.
It hit me a little bit. I only got it for like 4 or 5 days.
Man, that was splitting my head. That was pushing my eyeballs out of my socket. That was just like my body was hurting. It low-key felt like I had COVID again.
Man was like, I got to go to the doctor.
Oh yeah, I went to the emergency room. Not gonna lie, I was like, yo, make sure I don't have COVID. Like, please make sure. And came back negative, which was dope. You know what I mean? And then they were like, yeah, like you got the flu, so you need to take it easy. So I was doing nothing but fruits, soups, medicine, and I was just sleeping.
Fruits, soups, and glutes.
I'm dead. Laying on my glutes.
I'm dead. Not your glutes. All right, everybody, that is gonna be it for the Underrated as Fuck podcast. If you made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back because you did a fantastic job in supporting this show. If you want to do a little bit extra for us, that'll be super amazing. Like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about this pod, and get ready for the next episode. See you next week.